Are we alone?
I think so. I can't tell. Hi, welcome to this week's show of VFX and Chill. We are here in this air duct. Forgive us for our late arrival. We were clearly busy doing things. Hashi, you're which direction? You're that direction. How you doing, pal?
I'm doing well. I mean, I was all excited to enjoy some well-needed time off for this winter break, but real bad selection of hotel, apparently.
Yeah, this is the room they gave us, and the only accessible route is by falling drastically almost to our deaths, plummeting into the room. Do you hear that laughter? Speaking of plummeting,
Oh my goodness. It's Michael Zalapsky.
Falling off of Yakatomi Tower as we speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
We worked really hard for this. I'm pretty sure this is exactly what we just worked really hard on last minute to make happen. And I don't know if there's much more we have to show people.
That's our show.
That's our show. We did this intro.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience. And congratulations to the 30 or so of you who got to see got a peek behind the curtain of the exciting VFX and Chill broadcast. And we were doing some OBS testing, and Hashi just decided to broadcast it to every social media channel that we have live.
And we didn't realize until like 12 minutes in, we get a Slack from Michael saying, "You guys know you're live, right?" And we get on there, and it's just a full, like, you guys are all there active in the comments. Like, first off, we love you guys. You guys just friggin' showed up even when we didn't mean to.
We if we had realized and I hadn't panicked, we could have probably just hung out and kept it going.
We could have. Honestly, that's kind of what our original vision for this show was just Hashi and Seth accidentally stream their work session live. Yeah. Guys, we got an exciting show today. I wouldn't say we planned an exciting show today, but I would say that we have one ahead of us. Michael, you're gone. There you are.
Sorry.
We didn't account for our heads disappearing, so like if you lose sight of our head, mine becomes horrifying.
I'll do my best to keep my head perfectly still right here the entire time.
We have to hold our heads real still.
And this is frustrating because Hashi, you built just to give a little peek behind the curtain, I'm trying to think if I can show this without you losing audio. Let me see. So, all right. Yeah, I'm going to show you. So this is kind of what we're piping in here is, let's see. So because I think it's fascinating what we ended up having to do to make this happen. So it's really piping in this view of it. This is a color corrected green screen here, but it's just my face on a green screen, which is coming from SnapCam. We found an effect that allows us to, it like stabilizes
the faces and puts the green behind them and isolates the face kind of all in one.
Which is great. Hashi went and built one that actually like keeps our hair intact as well. I believe. What else did it do, Hashi?
We've worked hard on our hair. It would be nice for people to see it.
Yes,
we did. We made some legit other filters that all work on the phone apparently, but not in here. But a special thanks to Brielle Garcia and Models by Mike. That's I think Taco Lamp and Models by Mike on Twitter for helping me try to wrap my head around the way SnapCam works. I wanted to stabilize a face and key it out. And we did make a, let's see, let me go search for that link and we could probably share it with some people because it was kind of cool.
It was. I don't know what they would use it for on their phone, to be honest.
That's a good point. You'd have to, if you ever want to film screen capture yourself on your phone with a green screen and your segmented head. I guess. Yeah. It's hardly worth it. But
well, there's also some of these that are floating heads that float around like
Yes. We have some of those.
To where we could just hang out. I could hang out right here and just kind of keep my head in the right place, but then come over here and talk to you and whisper. And come over here. Hello, Michael.
And yeah, so we do want to mention too, if anyone from Snap Inc. or whoever is the developers of Snapchat, update SnapCam.
Yes, please.
It does not take in. It looks like for several months now, and it's in the forums and everything like that. That you gotta update the way it's taking in textures on your other end.
But our dream here is to build one of these, like for shows like this, to build like a custom SnapCam filter that like say we wanted to have us like, Batmaning down the side of Nakatomi Plaza. We'd love for us to be like piping in from SnapCam, like a mix-a-mode body with our face attached to it, hanging from the building. And then we could just send it out to you guys to use however you wanted. But sadly, we can't do that right now because SnapCam hasn't updated. Speaking of updated, don't update OBS if you want to keep NDI things coming in. Found that out yesterday. Thankfully, didn't find that out 5 minutes ago. We're learning all kinds of things about updates.
All kinds of things. I'm just going to crumple up my
some updates
bag
are
of-
good. Some updates are good.
That's true. Take it away, Michael.
No, I was just gonna say, like, we've got a lot updates came out of Maxon over this past year, and once this show is over, if you check the link in the chat, you can see a kind of a summary of the things that we've put out. Maxon has put out for you over the past year, kind of a nice year-end sum up video, which is kind of a ton of fun. And of
kind
course,
of a ton of fun.
Lots more coming.
That's always fun. I always like knowing what the hardworking folks put together.
Speaking of hardworking folks.
Yes, the hardworking people.
That includes us.
That does include us. Speaking of hardworking, Hashi, the chat is wanting to know if you could do some sort of breakdown or maybe tutorial on your Beyond Insane snow scene you posted on Twitter the other day. I assume they're referencing your daughter's grand adventure.
Yes.
Particular and fluid for some of the stuff. The fluid sims in particular for the snow, I believe you said, and you were using pyro for the foot puffs. That would be something that would be kind of fun to break down at some point. The chat has been asking for that. And also, Guarev Das says, please tell me what to use in a transition effect like Human Torch does while doing Flame On. Do you cover fire transition on and off in any particular tutorial I could point to? I know we've talked about it a number of times on the show.
We talked about it. I would watch last year's Christmas episode with Rodolph. We did.
Yes.
He actually did cover it in that episode. Hashi did extensively when he was doing the torch and such. It was really, really useful stuff. That was Thanksgiving, not Christmas. My bad.
Oh, yes. Our hitchhiking episode, which is probably, I feel like our Thanksgiving and Christmas episodes, and now even our Halloween episodes, you should definitely come for the OBS setups at least.
Come for the OBS, stay for the
and that, if any of you are not familiar, is what we are broadcasting from, the software that we broadcast this show from. It's run by Seth, which is amazing, and he puts together these wonderful scenes where there are more things going on behind the scenes than anyone should ever be aware of.
This one was right down to the wire because we just decided last second, no, damn it, we're doing a Christmas show with an OBS setup. Speaking of hardworking folks, we said that about 30 minutes ago. We don't have a set agenda today. I know we had we had a big idea that we want to do, and we do want to do it. But before we go to that, I do want to just do a quick check-in, a quick Raptor check-in. I started doing
Raptor Watch.
Raptor Watch. I started doing Raptors with Filthy Souls, and
oh my goodness, it's glorious.
It's just going to take a while. How much do I owe you? Oh, shut up, you. There's a lot. It's very involved with for some reason, this one is taking extra work. His head often blocks the collar, which makes it a little more involved of a roto job. He's on the TV. You've got that stuff. You've got TV distortion and like black and white film and like VHS like treatment and stuff. But I'm working on that and hopefully can have that out by the holidays. Hashi, you reposted our It's a Wonderful Life one and got crazy.
Yes, people are really enjoying It's a Wonderful Life. Let me see if I can bring that in anywhere. Let's switch this over to the Raptors page. All right,
While you're looking for that, I would like to point out that the Maxon YouTube channel's chat has got a lot of wet fish in it. So, thanks, Maxon YouTube chat. The majority of the chat happens on the Red Giant channel, but, folks on other channels can have fun too.
You know what, Michael? They absolutely can.
Absolutely. And yeah, just so you all know, depending on where you are watching this, I think the big chat happens over on, is that what Michael just said? And I'm not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We listen to each other
folks are on the majority of folks are on the Red Giant channel, but we've got a good amount on the Maxon channel, a few bit on the Maxon Training Team channel, a little bit on Twitch and Facebook.
So here's a little
Michael,
holiday.
You look like a little
image.
baby in this view. Like, I know you're Hans Gruber falling from the building, but you also look like you're still a little baby in a
You look
onesie.
like a prize at a carnival, like here, son. I won you the Michael Zalewski. I wanted the T-Rex. Well, I could win the Michael Zalewski. So yeah, we have "It's a Wonderful Life" 1946, and also
I was gonna say also you colorized it, which
we did.
You got the perfect, like, that looks like a colorized movie from the 80s.
We did this. We've got colorized in 1986. This colorization was actually performed by an AI. So boo, boo. No.
Who was that? Wow,
Yeah,
we can hear the comments now? That's incredible.
Wild. Please use AI art tools responsibly. All right, and credit people that you're blatantly ripping off.
Busnut, whatever, 33.
Yeah,
sorry
probably,
for mispronouncing
probably
your name again.
Busnut.
Yeah, it's probably Boosnoot for sure.
Probably Busnut.
Is asking any future upgrades for Tropico Particular. Yes.
Oh.
Yes is the answer to that.
I'm only legally allowed to say "oh" when people ask yes or no questions.
We are always working to improve our tools here at Maxon and Red Giant, and particular being one of our popularist ones is definitely getting some look. Currently, performance is what they're looking at the moment. I can say that. I think that there's some folks looking to try to get performance to be improved.
Which just a fun little thing to note. Anytime you're working with a software that or a plugin that somebody has made and you've used it for years and decades, many people will want all of their old project files for those years and decades to work. And so what is always a challenge from this end is making it so you can still open up your old files and be able to do new great abilities within that same structure. And so
it's a trick.
It's a weird balancing act because we don't want to betray anybody who has an affinity for something that we used to do, but also it's always a challenge.
There was someone who messaged the Red Giant socials bemoaning the fact that we don't offer no light factory in Photoshop anymore. I'm like, that's been a very long time.
Wow, they just woke up from a deep slumber.
A deep sleep. But yeah, now as far as Tropico Particular goes, performance-wise, Red Giant has very little control over how long it takes the effect to apply. That's an After Effects issue, where After Effects has to index every single parameter. And since we have 16 potential full systems that all have the full complete set of controls with them, and there's not a way to hide them until they're available. Every time you apply the effect, After Effects has to index them all. So that's something we have to wait on Adobe to fix.
It's like you're showing up at the restaurant and saying, we have 78 people with us.
Yeah. And they have to get the full spelled names of every person
78.
Before they can even look for a table. So that's an Adobe issue, but we're working with them on that. But as far as how it renders, that's the stuff that the team is part of what the team is looking at right now for future versions in particular. Bavana, what Red Giant Train channel? There's a Maxon Training Team YouTube channel where you can find replays from a lot of our previous webinars. So if you're looking to get started in color grading and color correction, we've got some lovely series there for getting started with that. If you're wanting to get started in Cinema 4D, there's stuff there. If you want to just do particles, there's getting started series there. There's a whole bunch of stuff over on the Maxon Training Team YouTube channel.
check out all of that stuff. It's a lot of fun.
Do it.
All right, shall we dive into After Effects or Cinema 4D or something today?
We could.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see some things.
So first, I'll ask a question. Like everybody loves to. It's always a big pain in the butt to try to send out holiday greetings and get them out to people on time. And so we thought that what we might do is figure out something that you can digitally deliver. That's pretty much instant, and you don't have to deal with mailing it in the post office and all of the things like that before the big holiday rush. And so we wanted to take some of our favorite movie moments where someone might be delivering a message or making a statement, but we want to repurpose those as video holiday cards, effectively.
Yes.
So that's one of the things that we would like to do on the show today. So, for example, something like the Batman setting a giant fire to the side of a building in the shape of a Batman logo.
I really like that one.
With his spare time while the city was in dire straits.
I like the idea of that being a day-long
he had to rent equipment, like he had to call in all sorts of favors.
It's cool. Don't think about it too hard.
He had to mock it up first, like He had
to pre-visit.
But perhaps that could have been a Christmas tree or a nice holiday message, and so we would like to repurpose scenes like that. So if you think of any, please chat. We love hearing your suggestions and getting to respond to them within the show, just because it makes it that much more special.
Now, I have one that I want to do, just keeping with the Die Hard theme.
This is Die Hard?
Yeah.
I thought this was the Spy Next Door.
Spy Hard, actually.
Spy Hard.
Yeah.
Good heavens.
I want to do the scene from Die Hard where if a better person would have the scene pulled up. In fact, I think I might, my good lady. Hang on a second.
Wait.
Hashi, are you going to do the Batman one? Because I really want you to do the Batman one.
I think I better do the Batman one.
I before you do that though, I do want you to take at least a second to talk about how you used Trapcode's fluid physics to do the snow.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, do
Seth,
it.
Can you go to his screen real quick?
I can.
All right. So if you did not see it, I posted this on my socials for Action Movie Kids. It was the first time we'd posted to the YouTube channel in quite a while, and I was very happy because we filmed this in July of 2021. But this is Sophia, my child, outside enjoying a lovely play structure.
That transition is just so beautiful to go from the structure to the mountain.
Thank you so much. It took 2 years to figure out what method I was going to use for this.
No, it works so well.
So I was a little bit disappointed. My contact shadow renders darker than I thought in the end. So I was a little bit sad about that.
I mean, you have contact shadows. That's better.
So a lot of craziness had to happen to kind of bring this together. And I'm relying a lot on my final layer of Super Comp doing some really cool blending. Let me see if I can pull open what Super Comp is doing here. Let me open up its panel. And Super Comp, as we've talked about on the show, is the amazing, it's kind of like a self-contained compositor in a way, where it takes all of your other existing layers and mixes them together well. So I was able to take this top, let me see if I can get the format. Well, you can see that now, yeah? All right, so we've got this original footage that does have, or not the original footage, but the VFX footage, which is very sharp, as you can see. It's pretty crisp all the way throughout the frame. And so I wanted to mix in some more foreground elements that looked pretty neat. And so I created this smoke layer. Let me show you kind of what that looks like by itself. This is a bear of a project, by the way. So here we've got some rolling smoke from Action VFX, which is pretty awesome. I just made this kind of card that kind of cycles through a handful of these and respects the camera a little bit too, which is kind of fun. And so then back over here in Super Comp, when I marry these two things together, I'm able to use that mist and do more than just overlay it on top. I can use it as a layer that you can both kind of see, and it also kind of adds a nice bit of blurring and vignette to, or like kind of an edge blur to these images as they come through, which was a lot of fun.
Are you using the blur behind effect?
Exactly. So so right here, we've got this blur behind image. I can't remember earlier on where there's one part of the transition that wasn't my favorite. I have it ramped up a lot. So whenever the gusts blow past, it's adding to this hazy kind of effect, which is really cool.
I wasn't paying attention. Can you repeat just real quick what you're talking about with how you made the haze?
So the foreground haze is a bunch of 3D cards, or 2.5D cards that are respecting this camera movement. But then I'm using Super Comp to use the blur behind effect and also some light wrap with the position keyframed to a 3D point out here in space, so you can see the light kind of pouring over the scene like that. So I really like how much that extra layer of haze.
Can I share real quick, like a dumb tip that I think I've shared before? Another way to create an effect like this, if you don't have access to any like assets, but you do have particular, is to make just big old cloudlet particles, like massive ones, and turn the opacity down to like 2. Turn the feathering all the way up on them and just fill the frame with those, and then use those as do the same thing with those. And you actually get, like, when you mix those with the tiny snow particles, I did that on Spy vs. Guy, and it made Blizzard look really, really convincing. That's just if you don't have assets.
For those who might be wondering how Hashi got 3D layers to work with SuperComp, the trick is you pre-compose them, because SuperComp does not currently work with 3D layers. You pre-compose them and tick the collapse transformation switch. That makes the layers inside the pre-comp act as if they're 3D layers in the main comp, so you can just have the one camera in the main comp moving around, and all your 3D items can be in the little pre-comps. Yeah, but it also helps to pre-compose them anyway, since you're just going to want to use all of them to drive the blur behind effects. Speaking also of SuperComp and blur behind, I used it in the Tip Tuesday post that just got sent out on this Red Giant social media posts. There's a neat little super comp trick also mentioned in that. So if you're not following Red Giant on social, most every Tuesday, there's a couple of little handy tips for using Universe, VFX Suite, Magic Bullet Suite, Trapcode Suite. A couple of tips from one of those things every Tuesday. So follow Red Giant News on Twitter or Instagram, and Red Giant Software on Facebook.
Love it. All right, so I'm going to jump over into Trapcode Particular, and I am currently running Lens Studio and Snapcam and Cinema 4D and Photoshop and Premiere and After Effects. Well, I don't think anything could possibly go wrong while streaming. But I will show this off. So if you haven't visited Particular for a while, this is the Trapcode Designer window. It's a nice little interface where you're able to kind of interact and play with your particle system ahead of time.
Hey, that's a private matter.
Like play with your particles at home and in the privacy of your own house. So if you wanted to, you could determine a bunch of things. Like I could use a box emitter, and I could set the box emitter size to just sort of have... let's see, what do I want in this case? I'm going to kill the Z depth, and then I might rotate this around a little bit here. Let's rotate it about the X axis. And I'm going to actually give these... I did that wrong. -90. I'm going to give them some direction. So this is your like typical kind of snow, right? And everyone sort of knows how to do snow like this. It's almost the default settings, and these are actually just moving in a linear fashion. Let's make... Oh, whoops. I was making the life shorter, not the... There we go. Now this snow can last the whole time long. And what we're pretty used to doing in Particular is having a setup like this, and then you'd go to your motion effects, and you'd go to... you'd add a turbulence field or something that displaces everything, like this a little bit. And so now there's some warble and stuff like that mixed in with these particles. But I'm so used to the way this CG warble looks that I wanted something that was more like a true simulation. And for that, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to go to the simulations block down here at the bottom. And then I'm going to check enable fluid motion. As soon as I do that, it's going to look weird at first. You'll be like, it's going to say features that aren't compatible with fluids are disabled. And
you're like, that doesn't look like snow at all.
Like, what is going on? And this is actually because the initial setup, the default settings for a simulation assumes that these are underwater, which is just so cool and pretty, and I love it. Look at this. I'm going to make these particles a little teeny tinier here.
Is that how Christopher Nolan got the explosion for Oppenheimer?
It is, and it technically counts as a practical effect.
They misspelled it. It's a particular effect. They misspelled it.
That makes so much sense now.
The text-to-speech said particular effect, and they misspelled it as practical effect. It was just autocomplete messed it up.
We've solved it here on VFX and Chill. One of the fun things under the Simulations tab is you can go to this little thing called Visualize Relative Density. And when I turn that on, what it's doing is wherever there are groupings of more particles together, it actually makes them brighter. And where they're sparser, it makes them a little bit more spaced out. So again, this looks like underwater settings. And so all I've got to do to make this more into a snow system is to go over to the buoyancy, and let's turn this to maybe, it was set at 5 originally. I'll set it to a -15. You'll see that arrow now shows that the predominant bit of the buoyancy is headed down now. And what I love about this is this reminds me so much of when you see movie snow or something like that, where it's on set and you see it like pouring in and then sort of catching up with the drift here, which is really cool. You can add additional things, like I could add in random swirl. Watch as I turn up random swirl and let these fall again. That's dialed up to 12. It's now adding all these little teeny churning systems of snow within there. And just like all particle settings, like this is a complete 3D system. So when it was moving through that camera tracked field with Sophia climbing up that mountain, all the snow was able to fall in real space, and it really marries nicely with the camera. So I think I even used fluid dynamics for some snow a while ago for another holiday video that I did when it very first came out, because I really like the way this looks. And look, you could change the swirl scale down to get different kind of settings where you get like, look at these pretty, I love this. I could watch particle simulations all day, as I've said many times before, but it's a lot of fun. And you can play with the settings to get very intricate patterns. You can get wilder dynamics, and you can even mix systems together. So if you wanted another snow system that blew in, this one would actually react to its settings and the like. So very, very cool. I love it. And you could always go in and add some extra drift back to this in the motion effects. And so look at this. Now you've got the fluid simulation going and a directional drift, so you can say, like, I want my snow doing this. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, use it for your snow. Don't use the default snow settings.
Do it.
There you go, Frosty the Beer Man and everyone else. There's Hashi's fluid physics snow.
There wasn't even
fluid
anyone
physics.
That. I like that. That's just a saying of yours. There you go, Frosty Beer Man and everyone else.
Well, Frosty has been very excited about this in the chat, and especially was asking about that snow technique right as Hashi started doing it, so it's perfect timing.
Absolutely. Nice. No, thank you so much, Frosty. And the transition, which was crazy because I wanted it to be very slow so you wouldn't see any specific part of it happening at a time. I was having some issues because the geometry of this play structure is that it comes out here, and then it goes into this little dip, and then comes out. And I actually did take a photogrammetry model and sort of try to make it curve around this. But as you can see, once we get to the full model, it's clear that this section doesn't actually indent that much. And so what I was able to do to create this was I had originally tracked this, but it really betrayed the physics because you could tell it was floating way out in front. And so I took this frame, which is sort of the first frame, it's all the way resolved. And then I used the trick that I use with content-aware fill in the Temple of Doom Template of Doom episode, where you basically can feed content-aware fill the wrong frame right before running it. And so I ran it on this piece of footage and gave it this frame. So now this frame is actually getting distorted by the shape of the footage below it at the same time. And so everything matches up exactly because it's following the motion vectors instead of me trying to match the motion of the camera with a differently shaped 3D thing. So highly recommend content-aware fill to do your weird match move. What is that called again? That data moshing effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're well into this show.
We are. I was working on. Sorry, I was finishing the end titles for this actual episode. I guess we should transition into what we told them we would do for the show. So my greeting, the scene I was referring to was this one where McClane delivers this dead body with a message on it that says, "Now I have a machine gun." And I'm thinking I can change this to say, "Happy Holidays" from Hashi and Seth.
What a great way to deliver a message.
From Hashi and Seth right there. So just a couple shots there. And I fortunately, I do happen to have, I tried getting the voice to, like the voice, I clicked the OBS feed. The voice thing, the AI thing that we use, fake whatever, it didn't work so much. Where's the thing that...
Oh yeah, I forgot that I was going to help you with that, and I just disappeared instead.
No, you did help me with that, because you gave me this.
Happy Holidays.
Thank you.
Happy Holidays.
Because it turned out the AI wasn't working so well, so really Hashi just recorded himself.
Happy Holidays. Happy Holidays.
I'm so sorry
From
to the Rick
Hashi
estate.
Never apologize for giving me a new ringtone, ever. So...
Happy Holidays.
That first one, honestly, I mean, it works pretty dang well. So I might send that over to you in a little bit to do the AI on the mouth there for me. But I'm going to work on this shot. I'm just going to do the scene edit detection real quick. And it won't let me because it's pre-comped. Okay. Then I'll figure something else out here. Hashi, which one are you going to do?
I want to load up that Batman one, and for some reason I'm having trouble finding that specific scene right now. I don't know what I would call it. At first I couldn't remember the name of the movie. Dark Knight Rises, right?
Yeah, Dark Knight Rises, fire or ice.
Bat symbol, fire thing. Correct, ice, bat symbol. What the heck? Man, YouTube does not...
Dark Knight Rises, fire, bat signal. There you go. I found it for you. I'll download it and send it to you. I'm just going to watch this real quick ad for hellomood.co.
Hello, Mood. Do you have moods?
Do you have moods? If not, buy them from us here.
So this one, I like that it says it's IMAX, but it's 720. Let me...
Very nice. Oh,
is it because they filmed it in an IMAX theater?
Well, no, it's actually not. It's because it's the full... It's not full, but it's the IMAX... Well, it's actually
full frame.
It's not actually...
Full ratio.
It's 16 by 9, so technically it's not. But you want this anyway? I'll get it for you.
No, why not?
So I'll get to work on...
That sounds great. The other one that I had thought about, and I'd done a little teeny tiny bit of prep work on it, was there's a lovely scene in a holiday classic, Seven by David Fincher. It's all about a person leaving gifts for a set of detectives. And
very good holiday movie.
Very good.
So many ways you could go with this.
There are, really. I'm just going to skip over all that. And, of course, there's a very famous scene in Seven that I can say it's the what's in the box scene that everyone knows. And I think that perhaps we could reimagine that scene with just a little more levity, you know? Perhaps it's actually a really great holiday gift in there. We never really distinctly see on screen a reveal of what is in this box. So I figure that we could maybe recreate what's in the box, or at least an empty plate where you can insert whatever you'd like into that box into the scene. So how are you going to approach this, Seth?
Well, this first part, I'm probably just going to use Kingpin, although I do have an idea. So I'll real quick, I'll show you how I can do it pretty easily with Kingpin Tracker. Let me real quick just redo this comp settings to 1920 by 800. Let's just say that. And pre-compose that to be a plate. So what I could do is I could bring in, I'm pretty sure I have this artwork that I did yesterday.
From your daily artwork session.
Yes.
While Seth is looking for that, if you all have some suggestions in the chat for your favorite Christmas movies that might not be officially marketed as Christmas movies, pop them into the chat.
Or, and maybe any movies that you feel like should be, celebrated as holiday or Christmas movies, but are not traditionally billed as so.
Well, like one of my favorite movies of all time is The Thin Man. It was made in the 1930s, and it's not really a Christmas movie, but it happens at Christmas time, and Christmas happenings are all throughout the movie, and that I just kind of think about it like it's a Christmas movie, even though it's definitely not a Christmas movie. It's a murder mystery whodunit.
Yes, like The Snowman, my favorite Christmas movie.
Wait, I thought your favorite Christmas movie was Gremlins.
Go to hell.
You've said it in writing.
Oh, God.
It's on the internet.
That's
now.
my other podcast. All right, so I'm going to move these from pins to be a little more around this guy here. Then I'll take the 2 pins and put them over here. Golly, this is a huge freaking... move these 2 pins down here.
You don't want to pre-comp that into something slightly smaller?
No, I don't. No.
Cool.
Because I'm me. I'm going to put that here.
Is this like you not wanting tracking markers on set?
Yes, it is. I want to impress everyone instead. Plus, I've got momentum. I don't want to wait on the grip truck. Even though they could move much faster than I'm moving right now. So now we'll turn this back on and see how it looks. I mean, it's not terrible. I got to paint out this bottom of the sweater first, but just to see how it goes, let me track this in real quick.
I love watching things track with Kingpin Tracker. It's just nice to get to see it right there.
Oh, it's done. That's Kingpin Tracker for you. And
it's not long enough for us to do our tracking break.
I know. So that's tracked on pretty dang well.
Look at that. That's amazing.
Now, there's a couple ways that I can go about painting out the sweater. I could do... I could use Kingpin Tracker to do it using front pins and 2 pins, where I could basically send this as a reference frame to Photoshop, use its really great content to where fill settings in there to paint out the original message, bring that still back into After Effects, and then actually apply this same track on Kingpin Tracker with the same track to that still, and do the copy from copy the 2 pins to the from pins, and that would work. I could also do the reference frame thing and do content to where fill. There's actually 5 different ways I could do this, and I kind of want to see which one looks the best because I'm that bored.
Now the chat did have a suggestion for a Christmas greeting. They want you to replace Morgan Freeman and Kevin Spacey's faces in Seven with Andy Samberg and Justin Timberlake dressed as their in the box characters, and then you can cut to Brad yelling "What's in the box?" with his pointing gun.
Yes.
Let's see.
That is something.
Well, you can thank Justin Leduc for that.
All right,
Justin, tell us how you pronounce your last name. Is it Leduc?
I am going. While we wait for his response, I'm gonna send this over to Photoshop by clicking Create Reference Frame, and I'm gonna do Content Aware Fill in here. So I really am going to try each of these different methods and see which one I like the look of best.
I am excited about this. I haven't taken a very close look at the scene from Seven to remember exactly how it all plays out, but I'm kind of taking a peek now just so I can remind myself.
Yeah.
So it looks like what happens is, for context, everybody.
This is going to be a really
Kevin Spacey is
joyful.
Kevin Spacey has done something shady and unforgivable, and Kevin Spacey plays a murderer in this movie as well. He is
there. It was. I was wondering how you're going to bring it back home.
I didn't have a good follow up.
No,
that was perfect. That was exactly the right way to go with that.
So we have a box delivered to the middle of nowhere, basically. It's sort of like, it's inspired by your classic Doc Brown time travel, like a package delivered to this particular spot. How weird. What could be in this box? A lot of drama. Fincher drama about a box. It's amazing because I was talking to Seth and Michael the other day about how this scene is so great, but it's also been made fun of so much that even watching the original feels like they are overacting to the point of parody of this scene. So, yeah, you were also mentioning what You Can't Handle the Truth falls into that category.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't work anymore. It never will.
I have never seen this movie, by the way.
Oh,
you've never seen this movie?
There's not a better time to watch it than during the holidays.
And I genuinely don't know what's in the box. I know people talk about what's in the box, but I don't know what's in it.
All right, no spoilers. No spoiling it for Michael. Michael has got to go watch this with his children tonight.
Oh, that hurt.
And yeah, so big mystery drama. Brad Pitt really badly wants to know what's in the box, even threatening at gunpoint what's in the box. So I think,
were they not opening? Whose present is it?
It's a present from. It's just a gift delivered at an inopportune or at a surprise time. Like you wouldn't normally suspect.
I mean, he seems excited about it. Is it his birthday?
It's an inconvenient gift.
And like those gifts you get, and you're like, oh, this is going to be more work actually than than I'm going to do all this stuff. So I'm trying to create something that might work as an insert here, because it's sort of like that briefcase in Pulp Fiction, where you could argue online about what's in the thing.
What's in the thing?
I think it's a hidden light bulb.
Well,
it's not that hidden. You can see the light flickering on their faces. Speaking of which, Monotone in the chat is very upset, Seth, that the light is not flickering on your face, and they want a refund for their show fee.
Checks in the mail. I'll pay you twice what I usually pay him.
Ooh, wait, here's my interactive flicker. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong side.
Oh, look. Yeah, you just need to flip because you've got light coming from the wrong side on your face already.
It's these air ducts. They're very reflective.
Yes, they're very
in unpredictable ways. So I've got this model. It's let me see. I should find out who I got these from. Oh yeah, they're not tagged with it. I'll have to re-find them. I used the Sketchfab importer tool again to grab a box. So I just typed in box, and it looks like we got, I'm pretty sure I am using a box from Nope, it's not that one. Oh, I forgot I had to open the box. So it was this originally, I think. No, it wasn't that either. How many cardboard boxes are there on this crazy site? That's the one. Thank you. Thank you, Dmitry Korotkov. And also, we have this little desert scene. I think it was called something like the Giant Ant scene. Yeah, it was called the Giant Ant scene by Asylum Knox. And I took some of those elements and sort of flattened them out into sort of a ground area kind of situation. And I'm just making an After Effects template that's going to have a little like cozy reveal of what's in the box. Maybe something like, it comes up and does that, or just a gentle pan in. Stylistically, it should actually probably be like a telephoto bouncing up and down kind of thing. But I don't know what will cut well into this kind of photography.
I don't either.
I don't know how they would get a down shot in this scenario. How would you shoot this, Seth, filmmaker?
Well, play it a little bit. Is the whole thing handheld? His
except for Spacey, because he's in control.
You know what? That's probably honestly the idea there. So
he's steady as a rock and calm.
Honestly,
everyone else is panicking and wild.
I remember the shot. I remember Morgan Freeman opening the box, and I believe it was all just like these was a very long lens, probably 100 or 200.
Yeah, so here we are. So
you want to get far away for this insert and get it, I guess, maybe camera up at his shoulder level, and you want to shoot dirty through him at it.
I could probably grab his shoulder from any of those shots there.
Definitely. So that's like the angle they did.
Oh, yeah, here we go. So this is what...
Cut to, they actually included the shot that... Cut to, we've only watched it on TNT our whole lives, and they did a full-on straight shot of what's in it.
I'm just going to go back. All right. Just for the sake of not...
Justin Leduc, which apparently is how you pronounce it, says it's a bunch of it's a bunch of Warheads candy for a very sour ending, because Jeremy Cox suggested that the box was filled with candy, which would be a lovely Christmas twist.
That's definitely how the movie ends, for sure.
Frigby Chillweather says they think the look of the film is called Bleach Bypass. That's not Bleach Bypass.
I don't think Seven's Bleach Bypass. Minority Report's Bleach Bypass. This is more like coffee filter. This is yes.
Yeah, this is like we are trying to expose anything on the face. Beautiful.
Very harsh.
That is such a. Can we just say that is such a cool way to pull out a knife?
Yep.
When Morgan Freeman does that, it's just he acts like that. He's not even looking. Flicks it up. So cool.
Amazing.
He actually went through 7 hats throughout while shooting it because, and hands.
Butterfingers.
So you guys were right, by the way. I pre-comped it to make it smaller because I needed to, and so screw you guys. I retracted here. So I've also got this reference frame I told you guys I would do, and so I'm going to try real quick I think this will work, but I don't know. The Kingpin tracker, I think if I copy it, paste it onto the reference frame, but then reset the from pins and copy them from the 2 pins, I think I was wrong. What happened? Or it's just not rendering. Guys, I really thought that would work.
I don't quite remember what you were doing, mostly because I wasn't paying attention to you, but also because I always need to remember how to do this process myself.
If only there was some sort of good video to help you get a quick start on using Kingpin Tracker.
That's a good idea. We should make a series of videos that just talks, primarily about getting started in any of these.
That's true. We should. There's also a really, really dumb way I could go about doing this that
Of all the days for Chris Avranos to not be in the chat.
No kidding.
Oh, I'm going to try lockdown on a later shot, but this reference frame, I'm going to keep it at one frame at the end. And then I'm going to go through here. Oh, that's not the reference frame. This is. And then I already have to do like content-aware fill on his sweatshirt. So what I'm probably going to do here is, hang on, bear with me. I'm going to try and I'm really bad at narrating what I'm doing while I'm doing it, or saying
all right,
what I'm
I'll
about
describe
to do.
what you're doing. I'll watch carefully.
Well, all right, go for it.
All right. So first I'm just going to start with drawing a little mask around here. It doesn't need to be too detailed, but you just want it to kind of, in near a lot of the edges there. All right, so once you've got that, I'm going to open up my mask properties. I'm going to switch that to subtract or invert. Oh,
well, I'll do it in a second, but for now, I'm going.
Dang it.
Almost. All right. Now I'll set it to subtract. I'll turn that reference frame back on. Now, with that reference frame, I can run content-aware fill, and it should just take this and stick it to the surface, especially if I do content-aware fill set to surface. There's also, why don't I go ahead and just stick that message? Well, I'm not done rendering that message yet, so maybe not. But I'm not done rendering, but I'm not done affecting it to make it look. Well, why don't I try something real quick? So,
what is your plan for making that look more set in the scene?
Well, it's really janky, but I'm going to do some fractal noise set to, I think, multiply or screen. Turn brightness down. Try to make it look a little splotchier.
That's a good plan. I like this plan.
And then I'm going to let's do displacement map and use the original as and set it to only be vertical displacement. Just
clever.
Give it a little bit of warpy warp.
Yeah. But as long as you don't have the text on there, should work well.
And then,
what you could also do, and the reason I love some things like VFX shadow and VFX reflection is that they have built-in options to do a displacement map, but you can soften the displacement map within the plugin.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because were you able to do that here, you'd have even cooler interaction.
I think I also want to just cut off that bottom part. Will it work? Oh no, because I have Kingpin on here. Well, hang on. What did I do last time here? Well, let me just get to the fun part. The fun part is
Can we skip to the good part?
If I run content-aware fill on this scene with the surface and set to surface, generate fill layer.
That's so cool.
It should take that message and just stick it to his chest along with the reference frame.
There is a link in the chat for how to trick content-aware fill in the manner in which you are doing.
There we go.
Hashi did a lovely tutorial on that. Look, boom.
Hey, look at that.
It's
solid
right there.
Nice.
So
just solid.
Yeah, just absolutely
solid.
I love it the way that I have this set up. It comes up in our little vent too.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom.
Does that happen with all the things like the tracking break and everything? Do they show up in both spots?
Definitely.
Nice.
So it's,
oh man, the head stabilizer makes it so I can't do my.
I know we can't bop to our things.
You just nod.
Oh yes.
That works.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I just did a whole lot of this.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Phil.
That dude goes hard, man.
He does. Hashi, what do you? Now I've got this shot. I'm gonna go move to the other one. What are you working on?
I am just taking a look at this box still. I'm trying to kind of find a good camera position that sort of matches the same sun angle and telephoto-ness of the other one. So I'm going to go to my camera and turn on the depth of field real quick so you can see it through it out of focus a little bit.
I think you should light it like it's a proper normal sunlight because that's what they shot it under, and then color grade it later with Magic Bullet looks using like the Juarez preset. Ooh,
that's a good call. Let me see. Let's try that. So let's leave it at its default color settings, just like this. I'm going to create a 3D null that
I'd make your light a little bluer too.
Kind of right inside the box there. All right, let's jump to our light here. Let's just make it a...
Yeah. And then,
there we go. Sunlight.
Yeah. And we'll just hit
so
it
now all the colors are there. Boom. We've added a 3D null that I put right in the middle of the box, and I'm going to rename this null to focus. You don't have to do that, but I'm just doing it for my own memory. And I'm selecting both the camera and my little focus thing, and I'm going to camera link focus distance to layer. And so now, wherever this focus dot is where the camera's focus will be. So I can pull it kind of to the front edge of this box a little bit, something like that. Whoops. There we go. And now if I go to the camera's settings and maybe dial up the aperture a bit, we can start to get more of a filmic look in here. And you can see that if I take the focus point, I can pull it kind of back and forth, and you can see where it's interacting with stuff. Now, let me just make sure if I go to my a top view, a random orthographic view like this, I'll move this focus point up to the height of the box, so I know that it's not totally obscured or something like that. Now, when I switch back to the camera view, okay, this will make more sense. Here, look at that. We can sharpen the front edge of the box. We could throw the focus to the background, anything like that. But mostly our focus is going to be right here.
Because we want to know what's in the box.
We do want to know what's in it. Now, I feel like with this kind of an angle, kind of trying to match what they're doing in the thing, you don't get so much of a top-down view. And in fact, it looks really unnatural because in real life, if you were trying to crane into a box on a telephoto, it means that you are on like a 40-foot crane rotating around it. So I'm going to go with adding some expressions to make this camera look a little bit handheld here. So the easiest, honestly, and
hang on for just a second, Hosh. I think that you kind of jumped past a very, very handy little tip there on making things look realistic, and that is to making your camera move the way it would actually move if you were filming it in real life. When you're shooting with such a long lens like this, you're not likely to be able to just crane it up like crazy.
It's true.
To get your shot. And a lot of people try to, why does my visual effects not look good? I've got the lights matching right, the reflections are right, everything's right. The camera is wrong, and they don't even know it.
It's a good point. I think that it's one of the reasons why why the first Transformers is so good in terms of its visual effects content. And by the second one, as soon as they were doing a lot more digital previs where the camera wasn't tethered to anything, you could put a camera anywhere you wanted to capture those action sequences. Yeah, we just subtly know that...
there's no way a camera is doing that, yeah.
Exactly. Like, you can't be in a camera that's zooming down between all the pieces of an exploding thingamabob or whatever. As Robert Altman once said. All right, I'm just loading in a background from PX here. Let me see, where did I save that to? And open up holidaygrams, elements. Did I save it to the 7 folder? Where did I save it to? Oh, I saved it to Die Hard, sorry.
For those who are wondering and have mentioned in the chat, I am not a baby. I am falling off of Nakatomi Plaza.
You said that as unpetty as you possibly could. Oh man, that was good.
Dear. Oh dear. All right, so I'm putting this 3D. I'm turning that desert thing into a 3D layer. I'm going to push it way into the distance here. And let's see. Let's put the anchor point down by the horizon itself somewhere. Oh man, I really thought that the depth of field was going to give me more help here for mirroring.
It looks like the element is way blurred more than the background is.
I can't remember if there is a separate control in Element for how much camera.
I think the background's not far enough back. Like I think you need to push that way further back, or just do that. But if it's not far enough back, the parallax isn't going to work when you move the camera.
That's true. Let's see. Let's go to a top view.
It's not too bad.
Look at this museum diorama. I love it.
It is. 100% is.
Yeah, let's move you back. And
looks like those dioramas at the one. What's the museum in LA? The Gene Audrey Museum.
I don't remember the science one.
The science one. It has those. The
classic
dioramas that are the most classic dioramas I've ever seen.
They're featured in Mad Men.
Oh yeah.
And probably Encino Man or something.
Yeah, I always assume anything is featured in Encino Man. Smart.
All right. Let's see. Where do I want this? Oh, it should just be ground.
Encino Man.
I have such a clear cutoff where my thing is, which I could use a. I could make an alpha mat for it.
No. You don't even need to do that. Just use the depth disappear thing and fade it in Element.
All right, let's go to render settings, and we'll go to, instead of on its output, instead of the composite, we're going to do the, let's see what Z depth gives us. Okay, gives us this. Great. So let's have the Z depth start a little bit past the box and end way out, not as far as the background, but somewhere like that. It's trying to compress this little gradient here, but it'll respect the foreground of the box and those little plants there. See, there we go.
Boom.
Thank you, Michael. All right, and now since I can use any layer as a thingy, I can just go to this element layer, use the other element layer as your track mat, and make it a Luma mat, inverted. Boom. And now it's perfect. Now let's add some keyframes to the camera. Let's add some to the point of interest and the position. I'm just going to do a gentle... I'll make this a 10-second shot in case someone wants to add something that is like a really specific message or gift that would take a second to explain. Like a little sheet of paper that says, "Happy birthday, Paul," or something.
Who in the chat? Whose birthday is the closest? We can use their name. Who's got the nearest birthday? Mine's January 14th, so it's a month away.
I think it should be like an iPad Pro in there, like
mine's on Tuesday.
Just a really great gift, like an iPad Pro or a iPhone Pro. Just something someone would really, really want. Something that would upstage everyone at a white elephant party.
Perfect. All right, let's see what Sketchfab has in the offerings of lovely gifts.
What's the 7 version of Secret Santa?
What is the 7th day of Christmas? Maids of milking. Swans a swimming.
8 swans a swimming. It's 7 swans a swim. Yeah, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying.
Wait, did I search for iPad already? I must have.
I mean, because we're seeing them. My
search field is empty.
We're seeing iPads.
But we're seeing iPads.
Blake Anderson's birthday is January 1st. Oof, sorry about that, Blake. Fired December 21st. Art director says, shouldn't there be a raptor in the box? I mean, you'd think.
Yeah, but that's not a good gift.
Yeah. Not for anyone real.
If you're the kind of person who wants the gift of raptors, be sure to check out Butt with Raptors on Twitter and Instagram.
Don't emphasize butt so much, because then that's a different account.
Butts with Raptors.
Crap. One of you is going to reserve it right now, and it better be me, actually. Hang on. It's now a race.
I was seeing if there was anything, if anyone had scanned something in the packaging.
Damn it. How do you add a new account? Log out of all accounts.
Log in as Hashi.
Are you two racing to? Oh no, Seth is trying to create a Twitter account while you're logging into Sketchfab. Got it.
Yes, I'm just going to. I should just do this in a separate new project real quick. Let's scale this up. What have we got here? We've got Wait,
Hashi, when's your birthday?
On Tuesday.
What? Okay, Hashi's birthday's the nearest. Happy birthday, Hashi.
Thanks, man. I'm turning 40.
Damn.
Comes for us all.
One of us is 40 now?
Two of us are going to be 40.
You guys are both older than me?
Right? Everyone thought I was a little baby, but I'm the eldest.
Everyone thought I was a little baby.
Wait, you have to say, I'm the eldest. I'm the eldest. Stopping here. Like little.
I'm the oldest. I get the chocolate first.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Username must be shorter than 15 characters.
You need a smaller butt.
Butts with Raptors. Oh, it's just one T.
That's no fun.
It's not.
Different kind of butt.
I think that we've possibly moved off of
off
topic here.
Oh yes, we should get back to it.
All right, I'm going to save this iPod, iPhone, along with its assets, so I can bring it in, and we'll put a little something message on the screen. Oh my gosh, you know what we can do? We can do a whip zoom, which I'm sure Fincher loves. It's going to be a little contraption that raises the little iPhone out of this box, and then the little thing goes, and it shows a little happy birthday message.
Perfect.
And then I'll render that out as an After Effects template, and you guys can put whatever message you want in there.
Skip for now.
He said not as an official promise. Whoops. Oh man, now I've got to go add something 3D into this. Dun, dun, dun.
Seth, you really do need another light on your face. You're very dark and hard to see.
Oh,
the chat says.
Well,
you
looks
need
almost
light.
like the
light
LUT
needs to be
on
the other side of your face.
camera got turned on or something weird. New group folder.
Yeah,
turn off those NDs.
Well, now you're too bright, and it's in the wrong direction anyway. But
all right, get out.
Who cares?
Who cares?
The chat, but ignore. But don't pay attention to that.
Oh, the chat. The chat. Hang on, let me see.
Couldn't you just hold a lighter with one hand for some realistic interactive lighting?
Here, I'll just do this. Ready? Flip video preview. Does that? Oh, that's just the preview. Okay. How about this? Transform.
Oh man, why are there so many different pieces of this?
Well, that's much better. Yeah. That's much better. Happy now, chat?
There we go.
It's happening.
They're happy.
Well, thank God. That is my first concern during every episode.
Okay.
I like how they are the reason we're here. I like how I'm just loathing the people that watch this, but they are 100% the only reason we do this. That and a paycheck.
Draw back faces. There's so many. Why you got to make such a detailed model of an e-phone?
Why you gotta?
I don't want all this. I didn't ask for this. It's just a lot, you know. I don't want to have to.
Hey, it's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, you know what?
It's not your fault.
Oh no, I made the ground chrome. Oh no. I didn't mean to. Undo. I don't think the ground is chrome anymore. I hope. I want the whole phone to be chrome, and then I'll just change out the one screen. Pretty. I'm finding this iPhone thing less funny than I want it to be.
Yeah, well, it was my idea. It was bad. It was dumb. In my head, I'm thinking like Brad Pitt, you replace his gun with another gift and make it seem like we're just in the middle of a Secret Santa exchange. And he's just screaming at Kevin Spacey to take his gift. And Kevin Spacey, turns out, got him an iPhone.
He's like, we set $20 limit.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny in theory, but in execution, not so much. Which, by the way, is what's going on my tombstone when I die.
Funny and, you know, funny on paper.
Funny on paper. All right.
Okay, let's see. Where is this iPhone? Where are you, iPhone?
Where are you, iPhone?
Vazilevs says, this is the most creative webcam view I've ever seen. Well, the funny thing is none of us are using webcams.
It is amazing.
I mean, I get what they're saying. But yeah, what an idiot.
No, I mean, my point was that they're correct. This is a very creative thing. Although if you really want to see creative, you should see last year's Thanksgiving episode.
Still my favorite one. That and our Uncharted episode.
Oh, the Uncharted episode was good too. Oh, that one was good.
That was great because of the clip that Hashi found of Wahlberg going, just rambling about his sister or something. Like, and you gave it to us with the intent of we'll cut him off every time. We'll just talk over him.
Oh my gosh, I do miss our guest stars.
COVID, you know.
Seth, I've gotten nothing done, and I'm not happy with this one.
I know the feeling, pal. That's how I'm doing right now too.
I don't even know what's. I felt like what's in the box could be very funny, but
it could be, man. It could be.
It could be. This iPhone thing isn't working for me. Chat, help me out.
Chad?
What? Yeah, Chad.
Chad.
What's something funny for the box?
Where are you?
Chad.
Where are you, chatters?
All right, we're going to make Michael go away for a little bit while we... Just kidding.
Just because you don't want that Christmas song in your head.
I don't. That's one of the many songs that I will sing. Like, if you give me the right syllables, I will sing just random crap in those syllables. Hashi and I spent like an hour talking about this yesterday. Like for me, it's, where are you, Christmas? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like if you say something in 5 syllables to me that gets in my head, I'll eventually start singing. No, it's if I'm looking for something and can't find it, I will sing.
Where is my pencil?
Yes.
What can't? It's too easy.
Why can't I find you?
And then I want candy. If you give me anything in 3 syllables or 4 syllables,
I want candy.
Let's watch Die Hard, and then the rest are just hymns and praise and worship. Like Majesty. If you say anything like. I regularly walk around the house just singing. I'm trying to think of what's a good example. Coffee pot. Where is the coffee pot? Like regularly. What about you guys? What are yours?
Oh man, we must have some.
Justin Leduc wants tickets to Toronto Raptors game in the box, which is of course funny. Connor Templeton wants it to be a smaller box. That wasn't what we asked, but okay. Frigby Chillweather says, got nothing done and I'm not happy. My last performance review. Confetti Explosion is a suggestion from Fire to Art Director. And Booznewt33 is singing You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. And Ingenu's Studio says, I'm from Algeria, and I wish you an evening full of gifts. I learned from you, my brothers.
Aww.
Thank you.
And Connor Templeman says they want a smaller box inside the box. Yes, because you put that box inside a little box, and then put that box inside another box, and you mail the box to myself. Ah ha ha! I smash it with a hammer. I hope folks got that reference.
Oh, I got it. I got it good.
I'm so pleased that was your response. That is probably my favorite 2D animated Disney movie.
We're talking about Emperor's New Groove, right?
Oh yes, not Kronk's New Groove.
Emperor's New Groove is great because if I remember correctly, that was one where it and Moana were simultaneous, and it was during that post Katzenberg phase of Disney where they were like struggling a bit, and they scrapped this whole the directors of Lion King had prepped this Emperor's New Groove was supposed to be called something else. There's a whole documentary about it, and then they just very, very last minute pivoted to this just straight comedy without songs in Emperor's New Groove, and it's really funny and really good because of how quickly they just reconfigured it into something else and didn't have time to quite overthink it or question it. While at the same time, Moana, which I think is one of the best Disney movies and one of the most underrated Disney movies, came out around the same time, and it's just fascinating. Those are least talked about Disney movies, and I think two of the most interesting ones Disney's ever put out. And that's me. That's Disney Hour. Thank you very much.
And we managed to do it without getting copyright struck this time.
Just talking about Disney, incredible. While we clearly have imagery from Seven and Die Hard on screen.
Speaking of Die Hard, how are things going on your shirt?
How are things going on your shirt?
My shirt's going great. I've got a cute little Yeti with a Maxon scarf, but you can't see it because it's OBS set up.
I like this because this... where's the freaking preview? I like the idea that this scares her. Well, I mean, it's a dead guy, so obviously it would. But,
come on, Seth.
So I'm just working on this shot now.
She doesn't know he's not. For all she knows, he was drinking cherry Kool-Aid and got sugar rush and fell napping. She doesn't know
drinking cherry Kool-Aid. What's that song that did the cherry cola?
That is
Savage
1
Garden.
week. No. Oh, I know what you mean. Doesn't 1 week say something similar?
It's not 1 week.
It's not 1 week.
It's another song.
Yeah, you're right. Savage Garden.
Like
a cherry cola.
Like a cherry cola.
Come step a bit closer.
And now Hashi and I will sing all of our favorite songs from the 90s. As Die Hard. Skibbity-bop-bop-a-doo-ba-doo. I had a friend one time accuse me that whenever I was in a situation where I couldn't swear and I would lose my temper or freak out about something, I would just scat. Like, we're filming in New Mexico and we had this big cardboard cutout of a character that was a central part of the story, and the wind would blow and that character would just fly off, and I would regularly skibbity-bop-a-doo-ba-doo, loudly.
That's a good instinct to develop once you have children, you know.
Yeah, it is. I've only ever had children. I don't know life without. Now I just swear and they despise me for it and are disappointed. I spent a good amount of my years parenting, raising my kids to be upstanding citizens, and then pandemic hit and I just stopped trying, and now they're upstanding citizens who are just disappointed in who their parents really are. It's a great season.
It forced an organic transition to
to the real world.
All right, I'm just going to render out the stupid box, and I'm going to make a little template so you can put whatever you want into it. I am tired of it. I'm so tired of this.
The chat would like the same characters in the same position in the box, like you're looking through a window.
Interesting. I'm trying to wrap my head around that one.
Oh, wait, are we looking at my screen? I didn't know that. Oh,
we are now.
Yes.
I don't know why that was so funny. And Doc was so fed up with me not running OBS correctly.
Good God, man. Okay, let's render out this box shot. Box.
Box shot. Bebop.
Yeah.
Boo.
Skilly box. Okay. I'm going to render that out as a little sequence, and then I'm going to make a little thing that is using the After Effects 3D camera, so you can put whatever you want in there. Though I've got to lock the... I didn't set my random seed on the wiggle expressions, so if I pass this out, it's going to get all messed up. If people don't know what I was just talking about... whenever you're doing something like a wiggle expression, you can type a little thing on there that says seed random and then a random number after that. And that will force your wiggle expression to use the same random seed, even as you add and subtract other layers from your comp.
Yes, because what the wiggle expression is doing is pulling a random number, and it takes its seed from its layer index, among other things.
It's seed.
So when you seed it, you say, hey, take this. And no matter how many layers you put in, it's always going to wiggle the same way. So if you've got a wiggle you really love, you're going to lose it if you put other layers in there. So seed your wiggles.
Seed your wiggles. Yeah, and unfortunately, does someone know how to, if you did like what you have right there, can you identify what wiggle seed you're on and lock it there? Or are you just out of luck if you didn't think ahead of time?
That is more of that's a deep question. That is deeper than I know. I don't know if there's a way to find out what that seed is.
Like, it feels like it's got to be used somewhere for calculation, and so it should be able to be extrapolated, but I'm just curious what it is. It's like the simulations.
I'm gonna consult my resources.
Yes.
Oh, do you need to be alone?
The Zalapsky resources.
Zalapsky resources.
Sorry, my head had to disappear while I took a sip of soda.
Oh. I just bring it in.
I'm back.
I'm drinking.
Make sure you don't drink from that lighter. You'll burn your face.
I'm drinking Walker Brothers Kombucha. Today's episode is brought to you by Walker Brothers and Barista Parlor. A collaboration creating strawberry coffee, seasonal flavored kombucha. It sounds like it'd be gross, but it is fantastic. Can't see I'm holding it up. Oh well. Michael, you were drinking some moonshine this week. Can we talk about that?
This morning I was drinking some lovely pineapple kombucha.
I thought you were going to say moonshine this morning. Like,
no,
it's a Friday, it's a show day.
Yeah, there's one of my favorite kombuchas. It's got pineapple and sage in it, and it's delightful. But no, I do have a moonshine, which I can't hold up because it will. There, you can see for a split second. That is a Tennessee Shine Company jalapeno cornbread.
Congratulations, moonshine. Michael! You found the most southern flavor, the most southern drink possible.
It's surprisingly sweet. Like it's you can tell these people make the kind of cornbread that's like a sweet cornbread, because it's one of the sweeter moonshines. The smell is very cornbread jalapeno, but the taste is more like simple syrup.
It's not the same, but it reminds me of, I don't remember what book I read about it in, but apparently Ben & Jerry's has a pickled flavored ice cream, like pickle juice flavored ice cream, and supposedly it is, like, by all accounts, one of the greatest flavors they've ever created. But they can never sell it because it has no shelf value. No one would buy it.
I mean, there's a pickle thing happening. Like there's like pickle whiskey at the stores now. They can give it a go. I mean, someone's going to order it. I mean, Sonic had a pickle slush there for a little bit in the summer.
And it's really good. And it made me think that Ben & Jerry's makes me want to try it.
Ben & Jerry's, if you want to sponsor an episode, send us each a pint. or 10.
Hashi, you doing more interesting things than me? I'm not doing anything.
I am staring at a cardboard box for the same continuous hour. I don't know how where this rates in the scheme of things.
Hashi, do we need to set you a timer? Because we've only got 24 minutes left in the show.
24 minutes left in the show, so we take the end of the show as a timer to get something else done. Man. All right. I'll get something done here. What should I do?
Oh, Brian Murray in the chat, it says they're about 30 minutes behind, but they do want to warn me that I should not watch 7 with the kids because, but they don't say why.
I was hoping that you gathered that from the laughter.
I assume you don't believe or listen to anything we say, Michael, because that would be the smart way to interact with us. And that goes for everyone, really.
I mean, I figure the film's rating would be something of a clue, but but apparently Brian does not think a 3-year-old would enjoy the film.
Oh, boo, Brian! I don't know what that was. Sorry. Generate fill there, boop bop.
Someone in the chat, Vazalez, is asking.
Sorry. Sorry, I can't stop.
No, it's fine. Anytime I get a chance to dance to the fill, I'm game. Vazalezari wants to know if there's a way to change the After Effects render sound. First of all, why would you want to? It's lovely to have the same render sound be a Pavlovian response, so it just happens anytime. You have to go into After Effects and swap that wave out for something else with the same name, whatever sound you want. What's one of the neat little updates that not a lot of people are talking about that's come to After Effects recently is you can set After Effects to either notify you for specific items in your render queue are done or just when the whole render queue is done. So you get updates on, if you have a smartwatch like I do, a little update on your watch. It says, hey, your After Effects comp blank, X comp is done rendering, or your After Effects queue is finished rendering, and it pops up on your phone or your smartwatch, and it's lovely.
Ooh, I want to try that. I saw the little thing in the bottom there, but I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, you can tick either individual elements or just the box for the whole render queue, depending on what it is you're needing to do.
I haven't had as many comps that I needed to walk away from while rendering, except for that mountain one. That mountain one took a sec, but for the most part, I feel like we're getting through stuff in pretty reasonable time.
Which one of us does the best Alan Rickman impression? Hashi, he demonstrated that earlier. They're complaining that the sound of the After Effects render is the same all these years. I'd rather them focus on updating other things than the sound, but you do you, boo. Justin,
it should just be someone saying, your
render's done. You've got mail. Justin Leduc says the worst sound of AE after the go sound is the take snapshot sound. It's so loud. Because you forget that it makes a noise, and you do the take snapshot, and like you got the headphones on, but your music is stopped because the album's done, and you haven't thought to turn it on because you're so focused on your work. Then you hit the take snapshot, and it just shoots you out of your chair.
And it's like,
or it's like when you have a render fail, and you get the goat sound like loud in your ear while you're sitting waiting patiently or watching something else. That's also very
funny story. That sound, the sheep sound when something goes awry, is the mother of one of the original After Effects developers.
Aw.
What?
I got confused by that statement after a second.
So that ba noise is not an actual sheep. It is.
See, that's an important.
It's a sound effect recorded by the mother of one of the earlier After Effects developers.
See, I feel like not a sheep or not a goat is a wildly necessary detail when sharing that fact.
Well, I know it's a sheep because I have a shirt from the After Effects team that's got a little sheep on it that is supposed to be a cartoon representation of that sheep.
Right, but when saying it's the mother of one of the developers, it's just important I think to say she's not a sheep.
The sound is being made by, yes.
Does she go to like Adobe Max and like have a booth?
Sign autographs?
Yeah.
Speaking of Adobe Max, where did I put that? Hang on. I've got something to share with everybody.
What?
I can just find my email. There is a handy dandy little playlist of the Adobe Max presentations that just dropped. Got it somewhere. Give me a second.
While you do that, is this worth locking down? I don't think I can use lockdown for the fold.
You'd have to run it backwards. Like start there and let it.
But Yeah.
Like go to the middle and use that as your frame, and then lock down to the left and to the right of that.
Yeah.
It would look all right because it'll look good in the stretched out scenes, tracked nicely, and then it'll snap back like that for there. And at the beginning, it'll get crumpled anyway.
Okay.
So you just cut in late. You can make
Guess what? You're going to walk me through this because I tried to do this the other day and I got it wrong because I forgot. It's been a while since I watched this tutorial.
So pop out.
Yep. And
we're using lockdown, which is amazing for something like this. So let's fit this to frame, and then now, luckily, we're kind of right in the middle. Can you see on your? I can't quite see on the screen here if you have a timeline at the bottom there.
It's. I do.
Doesn't matter. But if it's there, and you're basically in a good stretched out frame here, go ahead and set your points around here. So add additional points, especially ones in the high contrast areas that'll trace nicely. So I would do them on the letters, like at the cross hashes of the like that. There we go. And also, those other spots would grab it as well.
Okay.
So go ahead and do that kind of all around this area. And then do a few more spots kind of surrounding there. And then a few up next to like the bottom line that says machine.
Yeah, should I do the letters of machine?
Yeah, just do the bottom line, like the bottom of the A and like a couple places like that.
Don't forget that, you need one over on the G probably too.
Mm-hmm. And now put like 3 in the middle between the kind of in that dead space in between. Like there, and there. And now hold down, I think, Control, Alt, and Shift and start drawing a loose circle around this whole image of 8 points. Just click in 8 points around there.
So what's that?
I think it's I guess Command, Alt, Option.
Command, Option, Shift?
Maybe. And then click outside, like there.
Okay.
So it's these, but do them further away even.
Okay.
So do them like there, and you can go up and outside of the canvas with them.
Okay. And this is how you're doing the out of bounds ones?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So that way it kind of keeps track of that stuff. And now go ahead and auto-triangulate that.
Auto-triangulate.
So now you've got this nice mesh going on.
And you're done.
And
track all?
Yeah.
Track all, right. Boom. Should I have done extremely accurate?
You could try for this one because of the snapping and stuff. It's diminishing returns depending on how far you push the quality. So
that's not so great.
Change the tracking scale down there to on the resolution part. Find that one frame. And then on the resolution where it says 540, is that what the comp is?
No, it's 720-ish. Well, it's I'll just do full.
There we go.
Track all!
Track all. It's track time.
All right.
It is.
We'll take a little tracking break.
We will. If you want to show what I'm doing, it's just a very simple...
I do, but first, I just...
Track it! Yay.
I like how it's not moving at all. Did I break it? It's not even moving.
Extremely accurate. It really does think pretty hard about this. So this might be overkill.
Okay. I hit stop
I think just adjusting it to full resolution would be a good start.
Inglenos Studio is asking, why can't it be done in Cinema 4D? Cinema 4D does not, while it does have a camera tracker and a camera tracker, and it has an object tracker. It does not have a mesh tracker like this. Is Lockdown a plugin? Yes.
Available on AE scripts from Vranos.
Yes. Our pal Chris Vranos, who is frequently in this chat, and not today. The one day we actually use it on screen for a good chunk of the day.
Where are you, Vranos? Why can't you be here?
Lockdown tracks the points and makes a little mesh, and then distorts your thing so that it follows that little movement. It is great for a ton of cool things.
Tracks of the point.
It really is. So, yeah, I mean, I know there are going to be some weird frames on this one because it's basically like snapping into place, but Lockdown is pretty cool. So yeah, like there, it got like that's gonna scrunch up pretty nice.
That does look like it's gonna scrunch up pretty nice.
And you can go through and you can adjust any of these points. So for example, the bottom of the first O in ho ho ho, I would just go manually move that one when it gets lost right here. So just frame through.
It's gone. It disappeared.
The one that stays on screen for a second.
Oh.
The very first ho.
It goes away there.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
I thought it was getting shrunk down.
This thing that's getting shrunk
Let's just try it. Let's just try this.
I'm gonna
see what it looks like.
Hold on. Like that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You got to make sure you know which point that was.
I'm gonna. I think it's this.
All right. Okay, I am finding. Michael, I'm sending you the link to Lockdown. Yeah, so what Seth can do is just kind of go through and find any of those spots where those dots are jumping to the wrong part and manually assist them along. And it'll interpolate, which is nice. And so if you have something that drifts over time, all you have to do is fix one frame that accounts for the drift, and it'll put it in there. It's really very cool.
It is very cool. It's a little tricky. I don't know if this one's going to play the way I want it to or not, because there's a lot of stuff dancing around.
John Mueller from the chat is saying, couldn't you just track before and after the snap and then just kind of cut between the two? Kind of get it close and then just kind of make a quick little snap cut?
You know, I don't know. Maybe. But
I think that like if you cut in right there, like it'll look fine.
I don't want to cut in right there. The client wants it the way it was. All right, so I did this and it's done. Do I need to do anything before I get out of here?
No, go ahead. And you could always come back and fix the stuff if you want. So now that you've done that, you're going to click the lockdown button and watch as it creates a new pre-comp up there called...
That's bad. That is not great.
Let's see. It's interesting. Okay, go to that pre-comp that's disabled right there.
Yeah, it only tracked like machine.
Interesting.
Well, let's try this.
Well. Okay, so go to the pop out again, and then go to up. See that little I?
Yeah.
So there's the lowercase I, not the I.
Yes.
So click on that. Try number 2 there. Try that one, and then say. Now watch through this and see if the mesh stays there the whole time. Okay. Now you can see where that one point is going all wonky at the end.
Yeah.
You should be able to fix that now.
Where the one point is going wonky?
The lower leftish point that shoots way up to the top.
Yeah.
Go assist that along. So yeah, keep that, go to the first frame you tracked and see where it is, and just spatially memorize that, and then go to the end of the comp and put it back out sort of where it was. That'll avoid some of that folding. That bad mesh folding you're getting is because points went over points. You could try, when you click on that lowercase I thing, there is the option to unified plane, but that might flatten out everything too much.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
It's up to me. Can't you see? This is going to be bad, but I'll just try it. And lock me down.
Lock me down.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to start over. Here's what I'm going to do. Lock down. Pop out. And now I'm going to do beep, a bop, a bibbity boo, a bebop, a doop, bop, bibbity boo. This is me. This is how I actually talk when I'm recording my like screen captures for tutorials. And then I redo it all as a voice.
It's true.
Yeah. It's true. I'm just doing crap. No one knows.
We have 9 minutes left.
What?
That's
oh my goodness. That's maybe a hint disappointing.
It actually is.
Okay, let's see. I better make something come out of the box here. Let's. I'm just watching what you're doing.
There could be a Jack in the Box, like a boing.
Like what, Michael? How did it go again?
Boy, oh, you can't see my hand. I was doing a little puppet thing with it. Stupid OBS setup. All of this one gag, and now you can't see my hand gestures.
All right. Is there a Jack in the Box on Sketchfab? Or a cute teddy bear?
A cute teddy bear would be nice with a little, like a little heart you sign.
Or a kitten. All right.
I seriously think a quick snap cut would be sold in the fast motion.
True, but also shh. Let me see.
Oh no.
Oop.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Oh wait, let's see. I didn't see your playback.
Hold on.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
Hang on.
That would be genocide.
Wow.
It's the answer to what's worse than finding a worm in your apple.
Genocide.
It's not the worst thing in the world. I could make it work.
That sounds like an Adolf Hitler quote right there.
Oh God! No, I'm not talking. No.
We could find a solution, a final.
Not referring to.
This is it. This is the final solution. _final. Exclamation point.
God.
_1.
Wow, we went there.
And that's
our show, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. God. Oh, we're gonna get letters.
Okay.
Like actual, written letters.
We're saying we don't like Hitler. For the record, we're saying we don't like Hitler. In fact, we don't like Nazis at all in general.
We do not like any of those things. Boo,
correct.
Those things.
But if that was in poor taste, I apologize. I'm sorry, everyone.
I apologize on behalf of Hashi. He wasn't thinking. He never is.
In my defense, I'm trying to look through kitten stock video to see if I can find one
kitten
that's
to put in the
worth it. Come on, I'm disappointed in the selection.
In the selection of adorable kittens on Pexels.
Come on. I don't think I have any worthwhile footage of my cat. Okay, I will look up just cat. I'll look up cat then.
Do you think there are any cat videos on the internet?
I checked.
None anywhere.
Oh, wait a second. I've typed. I was trying to think of a misspelling of cat that wasn't another word, and they're all words. Tka.
Tka? Isn't that the...
What is that? Isn't it like a bad guy on something?
Yeah.
No, it's Tka is not the bad guy. It's the island in Moana.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of amazing Disney movies.
I did, yeah.
I thought it was Te Fiti.
Wait, I mentioned Moana earlier when I meant Lilo and Stitch.
I thought you...
Because Moana did not come out at the same time.
Yeah.
I've worked with both Chris Sanders and Mark Dindal from those two movies.
I adore Lilo and Stitch.
They are amazing people.
Good.
I mean, the music in Moana is great. The water simulation and hair simulation are great. Story is great.
Michael, you're great.
Not as great as Moana. I'd love it. I love that.
You're not as great as Moana. I keep wanting you to be, and I'm always disappointed.
Justin LeDuc says they've been watching VFX and Chill for 13 years now, and they have to admit they're disappointed in Hashi's and Seth's recent behavior on stream.
Really? Is this actual?
What, Justin LeDuc? I don't think we can ever assume anything Justin LeDuc says is not funny.
Okay, good. Oh, 13 years. Took me a second.
Yeah, yes. They're just like, Dear BBC, I am disappointed in the recent behavior of Hashi and Seth.
My darling sweetheart.
Actually, that was my Frigby Chillweather voice. I don't have a Justin LeDuc voice.
Have Michael? I'm assuming you've met everyone in the chat before.
After the show, like it's Michael's
I don't think I've met anybody in the chat actually from today. Hey, people in the chat, have I met any of you in real life? I don't recognize you behind your screen names.
I just assumed.
3 minutes left. And I have a meeting to get to right after this, so I hope you get something good before I have to go.
Well,
meeting. Okay, I'm going to see if I can roto this. I don't know if this is going to work. Wait.
What Cinema 4D program you used to produce Iron Man movie? Trapcode products were used in the first Iron Man.
Yeah, see our Whelm Yourself video. Oh, you can't because we got rid of it. But yeah.
It's still there.
Oh, Whelm Yourself is? Aw.
We didn't take it down. We just replaced it with a newer reel.
I thought somebody really, really wanted us to. Somebody at the company.
Well, I don't know of.
Somebody at the company who I don't think likes me very much. You get to guess who that is.
Nobody doesn't like you. Everyone likes you.
That's good. That was
everybody
a test.
2 minutes.
All right. I'm going to show you all.
I was kidding, by the way. I don't have anybody at the
render out
company.
and send you at least. What am I doing? What are any of us doing?
What are any of us doing? I don't know, man.
Hashi, when you get your template linked,
oh my gosh, it's perfect.
I'll put it in the description.
What?
It's perfect. He says it's perfect. Let's go.
It was worth all of that.
Oh my gosh, it really was.
So check it out.
You could roto brush that cat.
Oh, that's gonna work.
That's what I'm hoping. Okay. All right.
You'll have to stabilize it and roto brush it, and then it'll be fine.
So let's see. How would I stabilize this? Let's go ahead and right-click here and go to Effect, RGVFX, and I'm going to go to Spot Clone Tracker, and I'm going to go to...
You're going to stabilize it this way?
Yeah. Actually, I'll just stabilize it the old way.
I wonder, just warp stabilize, man.
It might actually.
Mask out that cat, dude.
Track and stabilize.
1 minute.
Stabilizer. Okay, we can do it. All right.
And then I have a meeting, so I will be gone.
Okay, layer, pre-compose. Leave all the attributes here so I can jump over into the pre-comp and then start. Why did I leave the name so long? Cat. And
well, that's shorter.
I just hate when the name is too long, and so then the effect control panel name is too long, and it doesn't like. Okay, layer. Come on, you can do this. Let's grab our roto brush, and we'll say, let's get the.
While you do that, I'm going to tell everyone happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
We had the same thought, Hanukkah. Michael. I love it.
Well, I got a meeting. I got to go.
I know. I just want to say, hey,
Michael
guys,
legit has to go. I'm staying around. Staying around until January.
Do it. Michael can go to your meeting. But Michael, before you go, just know that Hashi and I both love you, and we thank you.
We love
are
you
so
and
grateful
appreciate you every day on the show
for having you on the show.
And we appreciate you being Hans in this scenario.
Yes.
the clearly recognizable
baby Hans.
Did we ever see Michael's full scene here?
I didn't get to it.
Perfect.
Unfortunately.
It's all good.
But
Sometimes.
Baby Hans, we love you.
Love
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you.
I'm waving. You can't see me.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait. Make a falling sound. Ready, go.
That was amazing.
We killed him. I'm going to watch you finish rotoing this cat.
Check it out. And I'm using the refine edge. Look at that. Look at that cool
I love when refine edge gives you like a good cat's edge.
So good. Yeah. Whenever need a good cat's edge.
People never have good of edges like that.
Oops. No. Undo that one.
Oh, God.
Okay. Because first I want to erase that. Doop. And then I will refine your edge. I'll refine your edge in a second here. Refine edge. And I really just need... It doesn't matter to me so much how well the paws do. Though it would be nice to just have this element later, right? Dude. Gosh, I love the way this refine edge brush looks. It's so crazy cool.
It really is.
Oh, that's a good kitty. Well done. Okay, let me make the top of your head a little bit more opaque again. And now let's see how well it traces without me doing anything. So far, so good?
I like how you're going to watch it without just freezing it. I would just freeze it because who cares?
I know, it's true. All right. How long is this, though? Let's cut it off at a certain point. 8 seconds through 25 seconds. Good gravy.
Yikes.
Oh, it's because all stop motion is in... Yeah, the world of stock exists in slow motion, right? Okay, freeze, baby. Freeze. Thank you all for sticking around. This is ridiculous.
You know what I can't wait for, Hash? When After Effects gets the select subject from Photoshop.
Oh my gosh. It will, and it's going to be wild. Let's see. Don't save changes to that. Just close that down. Close this here.
Oh, wait, hang on.
And
we never do this. It's going to go for a while, isn't it?
Yeah, this is going to be a bit.
I got nowhere to be. Oh, but this place does.
Let's see.
I guess maybe we just...
Man. Runway ML.
Are you gonna make them race now?
I was thinking about it. I can't ever remember what the actual exact address for it is.
No one can.
runwayml.com. And maybe I'll close some of my other programs that are running that I don't need open. All right, see you around.
By the
Premiere.
way, here's
save
the
changes to
message. With the lockdown just isolated, it's really satisfying to look at. I'm not sure if it'll work perfectly in the comp, but it looks it's pretty fun to watch.
Oh wait, let me see.
Here.
Ooh.
And bloop. And bloop.
That's so nice.
The question now is how do I fill this? Content aware fill this.
Is that Luma keyable at all?
Wow. You are going for it. Let me see.
It's going to be interesting. I'll let you know when my refine edge roto brushing is completed. It's going to be another second or so.
All right. I'm going to do level. Oh, gosh.
If you have not seen my Mortal Kombat episode, I think it was not a Cheap Tricks, whatever the other one was, side quest that I was very proud of some graphics from that. Oh, hey, look at that. That looked like you were getting a key there for it.
You think? Oh, I haven't even keyed anything yet. I'm just.
Well, that red channel, it looks like you might actually be able to bring that red up enough to.
Oh, really? Just to key the red?
Key it, yeah,
That's not a
and
bad
then
idea.
use the inverse. I wouldn't have thought so, but that might avoid some stuff.
Forget. Just should I do it? Just a color key? What should I do?
Oh man.
Maybe I'll pre-compose it.
Yeah, pre-compose it and then run Primat on the red, and then check the invert for.
I hate when I think it's done video whatever console, but it didn't read, and I just typed a bunch of keyboard shortcuts by accident, and I have no idea what it did to my comp.
Especially if you see something slightly change.
Yes. All right. So.
Oh yeah, someone's pointing out that you could put a clean frame in lockdown.
I did, but I can't remember. I can't find my original frame to start with. Yeah, that's the problem.
Wild.
Meanwhile, this is happening.
I'm bizarrely looking for some stupid stuff that I made for another tutorial once, because that's what I do.
I'm curious to see what.
Red Giant, Mortal Kombat outputs.
Wow, I might just try this now as a. So if I do stencil alpha. Okay. I mean, it's worth a shot.
This is pretty good. Seth, I'm sending you an amazing video that I put together once.
Okay.
I'm just going to put it in here. This is probably better than anything I did today. I'll just use it as something for today. Let's put it in the renders folder. Why not? What did you not copy? After I navigated all the way down to your folder? That makes me sad. All right, I've placed Sub-Zero in our renders folder.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm about to try to content aware fill this garbage.
Oh, perfect. You do that. My roto is about to finish up on my side. It sped up a lot once I closed down some of the ridiculous stuff I have running on here. I should have closed down Lens Studio a long time ago, because that was using like a live video feed running over and over again with a graphics card churning away at attempting to key us out.
Oh, jeez. Your computer is a monster.
It is. Thank you, Puget Systems.
All
right, you can cut back here if you want. I think my RotoBrush is about to finish.
Okay.
All right, so RotoBrush has finished, which is awesome. And now I think that this one will feed into this one, which should have been stabilized. And if I tell it to have no motion,
hey, wait, where'd you share the thing, by the way?
It should. Where did I say no motion?
Where'd you share the thing?
Oh, in the renders folder.
In the renders folder, thank you. And I'm looking for what?
Sub-Zero.
Oh, there it is.
Hey, this stabilized pretty good. Except not very much of it. Where does the rotoing stop? Rotoing stops here.
My computer has slowed down.
End. Okay. Now I can put this cat in a box. Yay. Oh, I'm so satisfied. Finally. I've been so sad for so long.
Aww.
Layer, new. Let's see what I want. I want a new null object that I can attach the camera to. And the focus point to it, so I can rotate them around. Because my scene is not very well normalized, and that's like my whole pet peeve. Okay, let's. Nope. What am I doing? rotation 180. There we go. Save. And delete that. Okay. This should now work. So if you throw a 3D layer into this comp, it'll just go right here. And I'm going to turn off the depth of field on here because I just want the kitty to look pretty. It's perfect. Wait, this doesn't look like the right camera move. Maybe the stabilization is bad. Anyway. Seth, I know that this took a while. It's a little ridiculous that this is the final result of my silly efforts here. If I were to really comp this, what I would do is I would use some CC light sweep on this cat here, because CC light sweep would allow me to put a little thing up there, and then I can widen this light path. But then I'm going to turn down the visibility of that part. But if I go to the edge intensity and turn up the edge, it'll give me this fake rim light on the fur. And as I thicken that up, it can look like, the cat's in the path of the sun here or something like that.
Spoon. Little boy blue, the man on the moon. Could we? You could super comp this real fast, if you want.
That is true. Let's pre-compose this cat because they're 3D. Oops. Layer, pre-compose, and move all attributes over. And then let's grab
collapse it, don't forget.
Layer, oh yes. I've got to also pre-compose my foreground box layer there. So FG box.
FG box.
FG box. And then now we've got these 3 layers. I can grab all 3 of those, right click, and say what was it?
What were you going to do?
RG VFX Super Comp. All right, so it doesn't look like anything's changed, but I can take this lovely cat and I can add some. Let's see what preset might work here.
Also match. Oh yeah, do preset then match the glow.
Oh yeah, I should add some diffusion to this whole thing. All right, let's add some slight diffusion to the front of that box there, so it's like it's glowing up a little bit. Let's go to the color correction and let's see what happens if we.
Yeah.
There we go. Match background button. So there's clearly some slidey part of the cat footage, which makes me kind of mad. But maybe what I'll do is I'll add a keyframe there and kind of watch what happens and see if I can. It looks so natural, everybody. Ready? Yeah. That's what's in the box. Cute. And then the other thing I could do if I got far enough in a comp like this is I could take this cat here and I could add VFX shadow. And shadow is cool because I can just draw a line right here on this box top. And then once I do, I can go like this. And, oh, I forgot. It's going to be in the wrong spot for now. Dang it. I forgot about the order of operations. It makes a shadow for the cat in front of it. Oh, but I got to think about this for a second because I actually need the shadow in front of stuff, but the cat behind the box. So we'll put the cat back behind the front flap, and then we'll duplicate the cat layer up to the top here. And on the shadow settings, we'll go down here and check shadow only. And now I'll add that cat shadow to the top of everything. And look at this. You have this little controllable drop shadow just of the cat right there. It's kind of cool. It would be like a long shadow like that, maybe.
You're gonna
maybe I could
want
cheat
to
it.
turn down his levels too, like put levels on him and maybe bring the gamma down, just to
That sounds good. Yeah.
give him some shading.
Oops. I am bad at this part. But we're going to do something that looks good enough to me, and then we'll slap a really heavy looks on top of everything. Wait, layer, new adjustment layer way up top, and we'll slap some magic bullet looks. Bless you all for anyone who's still sticking around. I'm getting nothing interesting done.
Me either, really.
You know, but it's the holidays. It's all right to peter out a little bit here. Let's see what we got in the looks bin. So Michael, I think, suggested the Juarez look, which I think is this one. Oh, that's very 7-like. I could also probably go to any of the Blockbuster Warm sets and see if there's one that has a blood bag.
Blood bag.
Siam, Humongous, Coliseum.
I just call him like I see him.
It's pretty good.
Thanks.
Or the dad joke worthy almost.
What did the gladiator say to the other gladiator? I just call him like I see him. It doesn't work.
It doesn't. Soon. We got to workshop that.
Yeah, we'll make it work. Designers. Content aware fill.
Okay. I don't know.
No one does.
I don't know. I give up.
Don't
Seth.
give up.
It's the end of the year.
I get it.
You know, this shadow thing was overambitious. It's unnecessary.
Oh, I meant levels on the cat, not on the...
Oh no, I did. I tried adjusting levels on the cat, and look where it got me.
It looks like he turned the whole scene down instead of him. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh yeah, I threw some magic bullet looks on top of everything.
Oh, yeah, a little too strong, I think.
On the looks front or on the
Looks front.
Looks front. Let's take it down. Just give it a hint of looks. The shadow isn't working. No one knows that there should be a shadow here, right?
Right.
Not even when the cat sits up.
Especially when the cat sets up.
Especially. Okay, let's see.
We're going to see what
pretty
happens when we go past 2:00, and what happens is we start to hate ourselves.
We do.
It devolves into misery.
Yeah.
Time, freeze frame.
Okay, so this should be the still of that says like what was really in the box or something.
Yeah.
Wait, should I turn off the letterbox bars? I don't remember what our color is. What's the number for our?
It is. I'll tell you right now.
I'll just sample it before you do that.
No, you won't. No, you won't. Damn it.
Done.
God, you were insufferable. Because I was going to go here, and I was going to say, hey, check it out. It is. Damn it. The color is FFD 400.
FFD 400. That's patented, everyone. You can't use that without licensing it from
It's true.
us. Actually, you know what looks better on this is... oh, we're on your screen. Never mind.
Whoops. No, I'm going to yours. No.
So starting with that, but also I feel like this also works as the classic.
Hang in there. What is that? You're being shipped away. Hang in there.
It's okay.
Levels.
There we go. This is so pointless. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, Seth.
Me either, man.
Come fix the kerning on this for me. Fix
right there. Right after I figure this thing out.
I do love that anytime I quickly go to check in on what you're doing, I see you intensely looking down, holding your lighter to keep this this tunnel illuminated.
Oh, God.
That's perfect. I feel like it's got to be here, but... This is stupid.
Not as stupid as what I'm still doing over here, which is...
May your holidays be better off than this cat in this box.
And this message on this sweater.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's a shareable.
Nah. It needs some cleanup still, but...
You can't work during
it's close.
Winter break. We're actually
true.
not to our winter break yet. We just have a buttload of tutorials due.
we owed last
so
week.
We're off next week, everybody.
I want to real quick explain tell of how Hashi he right before we went into a meeting this week or this last week or this week. Hashi goes, "Yeah, I'm going to ask for more time for these because I'm nowhere close." And I was like, "I thank you because I need that too." We go to the meeting. It's like pleasantries. We're all laughing. And to our supervisor, he goes, he goes, he's like at the tail end of a funny story and joke. We're all laughing.
Okay, here I'll recreate a joke.
Yeah,
so
please do.
And I said, I calls him like I see him. Oh, multiple laughs.
Oh, I thought you were going to go. You were the one telling the joke. You were like,
yeah.
Joke.
I was trying to be the background noise.
Oh, we're going to need another week on those tutorials. Just savagely dropped it in, out of nowhere, no pretext. I couldn't keep a straight face. Thankfully, neither could our supervisor because it's all fun and laughs on our team, on the Maxon training team. Thank you, Simon Walker, for
It is a lot of fun. If you ever have the chance to be on the Maxon training team,
do it. Take the opportunity. Well, Hashi,
Seth,
we probably should go.
This was delightful. And
hang in there.
Yeah, hang in there. Well, let's pretend that we won't see each other again. And I wish you a very
You're still working. I'm watching you. And, you're giving an outro while continuing to work.
What?
All right. Everybody, we thank you so much for being here with us today.
We do. From the bottom of our air vent to yours, please.
Please have a very, very happy holidays, and we will see you after the break
on January, Friday the 13th.
Boom, Friday the 13th. Hey. See you later.